All right, here we are, episode one of Chip Chat. We're here. I'm Brian, and I'm with my
I'm
dad.
Gary.
With my dad
Oh,
Gary, we're
sorry.
gonna.
I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, we're good. We're learning on the fly. We're learning on the fly here with Chip Chat. So we'll, it'll be a dynamic process. We'll constantly be learning and improving, and this is episode one of hopefully several of talking about all things starting, building, maintaining a CPG business.
Well, learning every day is just like we do in the potato chip business. We
Absolutely.
learn something new every day.
So, episode one, the theme of episode one is going to just be a little bit of the backstory, why we started My Dad's Chips, where the idea came from, and maybe a little summary of where we are today. Um, so, Dad, you want to get started talking about where the chips really start from? How long ago, and what made you start making chips in the kitchen?
Sure. I mean, the chips literally did start in our kitchen back around 2009. You were playing baseball at UMAC, and after practice, we had G&G shakes and fries. And that was, little post practice or post game meals that we used to give you guys. Super healthy for sure. And the French fries that I made, if you remember, I got on like a little bit of a health kick and I started trying to make sweet potato chips.
I do.
And that didn't go very well. I think it was Claudia said, "Wow, these aren't very good, Dad. Why don't you just make potato chips?"
Give yourself a little credit. They were just inconsistent, and we've learned
Ah,
over
well,
time why most brands don't make sweet potato chips. But
sure,
maybe
they're
we'll get to
very
that
hard
in
to
another
cook.
episode.
So there were a couple good ones in there, but for the most part, they weren't great. And that's the way cooking goes. Not everything you make is going to be fantastic. But I did that led to making potato chips, and people from the very first batch I ever made, people were like, "Wow, these are really good potato chips." And I was slicing them literally by hand and playing around with different potatoes and oils, and then got the mandolin slicer, and next thing you know, these things are coming out thin and crispy, and people really liked them. And that's really how it all started. And the more I made them, the more people were like, "Wow, you should keep making these." And we had that holiday party every year, and we put them in the big green tin, and people used to fight over them and stuff like that.
If
And
you know about the Edel family holiday party.
that's right.
It was quite the fiasco every year in the neighborhood.
Yeah, whatever. Not fiasco.
No,
It
not
would
a
be
fiasco.
the holiday party was the event.
Is what's a fiasco? Is a fiasco not like a
Fiasco
big?
is like a disaster.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, you don't want a fiasco.
Oh, I thought it was just like a big shindig. Okay, hey,
Yeah, it was
learn
only a
something new every
fiasco
day.
for the people. Yeah, it was only a fiasco for the people who didn't get invited.
Right, exactly. Or
Yeah.
for the people who maybe had one too many shots on the ice
Yes.
luge or something like that.
Walking home from a holiday party may have been a fiasco for some people, but
There you go.
the party itself, I'm happy to say, was a lot of fun. And
Yeah,
whatever
it's
happened at
funny
our holiday party stays at our holiday party. So that's all I'll say about it.
for sure. It's funny you mentioned the green tin. Since we've started the business, I've had several friends who had the chips back in the day mention that
Mhm.
green tin. It was this iconic. I don't really know what was it from.
It was from a holiday, like the holiday things where it's got like the cardboard thing in it, and you get like pretzels and popcorn and
Yeah,
something else in there. Yeah, that's where I got it when I was at Penrose. We got like a whole everybody in the office. One of our construction companies sent it. Everybody got one to take home. So I
interesting.
got it, and it became the potato chip bin. We still have it. Maybe we need to like show that on one of these chip chats.
Yeah, we'll have to get it out there for sure. Maybe
It's got a dent on the side. I mean, it's been through the went to tailgates. That thing went everywhere.
came to baseball tournaments. Yeah, we'll do a when we do an
Oh,
episode one recap. We'll show the 10.
that no doubt.
Now I
So
remember
that's where the tips came from.
when I
Uh,
went to college, my freshman year. I remember you would. I mean, my whole time in college, but starting my freshman year, you would send me the big Tupperwares of chips, and
yeah,
I used to study in the dorms with my friend Corey. And the first time I got chips, I was like, "Oh, hey, my dad makes these chips. you gotta try them. And he's like, I don't really eat potato chips. I go, no, I don't really eat potato chips either, but these are the only chips I eat. And it took him like a whole semester before he ever tried the chips. And finally, when he tried them, he's like, wow, these are really
Yeah.
good potato chips. And I guess it was just 10 plus years of that kind of
Yeah.
reaction, that strong reaction that made both of us kind of go, all right, I think we got something here.
Well, sending the chips to you and Claudia in college was really the confirmation that our chips were something different, because it wasn't just friends and family and that we knew eating the chips. It was total strangers at some of your baseball games at Truman, and Claudia giving them out to her sorority sisters and friends from college. And people were, it was as you like to say, it was a very strong reaction, like, wow, these are really good potato chips. And even today when we do demos and stuff, it's amazing how many people are like, yeah, I don't really eat potato chips, and then they try them and they're like, but if I was going to eat potato chips, these are the ones I would eat.
Did you have like an aha moment? Was there ever, I know I had one that I didn't necessarily know at the time, but looking back was definitely the moment that I realized that we could really do something with this. But did you have one specific aha moment?
I don't think there's one particular, not one that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, it's really just a collection of the reaction. Like I said, the way people used to fight over them at our holiday party, and how happy people would be when I'd bring them to our tailgates or to our barbecues for the Pirates baseball games and stuff like that. It was more a collection than one particular moment that I can think of.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. I would say if there were to be one moment, it would be when my junior year of college, when we played Bellarmine, and you and Mom came, and Mary and Ed came and
Yeah,
watched, and you brought chips and brownies for the bus ride home after we had just gotten our behinds kicked by Bellarmine. And I remember getting on the bus on the way home. I waited the respectable amount of time before, just bringing chips
yeah,
out on the bus after we had just lost by probably 17 or 18 runs. And I'm going down the bus and giving chips to everybody. Everybody's taking a handful. And I get to Coach Davis, who was not really in the mood to chat after just getting embarrassed. But I'm like, hey, Coach, I got these potato chips. My dad makes these chips. You should try some. And he's like, I don't want those chips. I don't eat chips. Get those out of my face. I'm like, just take a handful. Just try them out. See if you like them. He's like, I don't want chips. I'm like, Coach, just take a handful. He begrudgingly takes a handful. And I go back to my seat. About 10 minutes later, he walks back. It looks like he's going to the bathroom, and he stops and he goes, you got any more of those potato chips? And I was like, man, if I can make Coach Davis happy with these chips, we can make a lot of
yeah.
people happy with these things. And that was really when we flipped the switch and we're like, all right, let's start figuring out what it takes to what I like to say, I say all the time, is let's figure out how much we don't know about the potato chip business. And I
Yeah.
guess as we've learned over the past 3 plus years, that is quite a bit that we don't
Yeah,
didn't
there's a
know
lot
and
to
still
learn.
don't know about the potato chip business.
100%. Yeah. But yeah, no,
Crazy.
that look, hey, you get Double D to jump into the chips. That's definitely a moment, an aha moment, as you say there.
Yeah, definitely. It's cool to see though, like the name My Dad's Chips. It obviously it rings true because you are my dad and you make chips and we run this business together. But it's cool to see how many people from my childhood and from those years in your life felt a strong connection to a product that we knew that people liked them, but there's been countless people who we've known throughout our lives who have come up and say, "Oh, I remember eating these chips at this event or at this party or this whatever." And like I said, I always knew that people liked them, but I didn't know that people had really such fond memories of this chip. And I think part of the reason that we were able to grow quickly as we did with just the two of us when we first started this business is because we really had the support and backing of our community, and that's priceless. You can't buy that kind of support and love.
No, the support from our friends and family and neighbors here have been unbelievable. I mean, we love it and we talk about it all the time. The the pictures that people text us, like if they're in National Airport or when we got into Wegmans and now we're getting into Giants and people are up in New York City or Boston and like, hey, just saw your look at your chips are here and stuff. And the fact that they feel that connection and feel, enough to be part of it enough that they want to send us photos and stuff is great. And the other thing that I really have been blown away by is people that we don't know and the connection that our chips provide for them to memories they have as a kid. Like so many people will say to me, oh my God, my uncle or my mom, my dad, my brother, somebody in their family used to make potato chips. And these are just like home style potato chips. And that's what we call them. We call them home style potato chips because they do, they replicate what used to come out of our kitchen right in our home. And, for people that don't even have any idea who we are to feel that same connection is, it's really special, for me. And I think for you too.
For sure. It's humbling. It's why you do it. It
sure.
definitely brings you,
Yeah.
For all the times that we're stressed, nervous, whatever the negative emotions may
Never.
be, it makes it all worth it when you get those messages and of people saying, hey, I really love the product. It's why you do it, for sure.
Yeah. Never stressed and nervous. It's, whatever.
So speak for yourself.
Things will work out. So, is that a wrap for today? Or
I don't know. We're about 12 minutes in, episode 1.
Okay.
I'd say that's probably a solid first episode. I don't think anybody cares what we have to say enough to listen for more than 12 or 15 minutes.
Anybody listens for more than 12 minutes, they gotta get.
No, I wouldn't say that. Now we want people tuned in. We want people who are looking forward to this every week. So no, listen for 20. Hopefully next episode will be a little longer. We'll get a little more insight.
All right. Well, we can edit that last thing out that I said, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get it out of there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got to go make dinner anyway, so that would be a good time to cut it off.
For anybody still listening, if you're wondering how much of a family business this is, I do still live at home, and my dad makes dinner every night. He doesn't just make chips; he makes some pretty kick-ass steaks, fried shrimp. What are you making tonight?
Tonight I'm calling it ground beef gyros. I have no idea. I just bought some stuff at the grocery store, and I'm gonna put it together, and hopefully it comes out something looking like gyros.
I got complete confidence.
Or tasting like gyros. What's that?
I got complete confidence in you.
Yeah. Well, you see, you can report back on Chip Chat episode 2 how the ground beef gyros came out.
There you go. A little cliffhanger for the end of the episode there.
Yeah. Get people tuned in. You can, we'll have to put some potato chips right on top of it to give it some crunch.
We'll get it on the next Cooking with Dad on our social media.
There you go. Absolutely. I'll be happy to get that as recipe as a My Dad's Chips recipe.
Perfect. All right. Well, signing off for episode 1. Thanks for everybody who tuned in, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great day. Change the way you chip.